Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the stream today. Ithrea, Rusty Builder, Wizard Sir Avery, Vigo Man, 15 Tio, Yo Jimbo the Hut, Game Radin, the Vigo Man, Cyber Bear Panda, Ritter Maboose, Rusty Builder, Lime, Laser Lord Leon, Pirate Lord, great to see you all, and Kurgon, Daniel Sabrino. Great to see you all. Not quite sure, Game Random. I'm not the one to ask. But that sounds about right. Just transfer the world file. But yes, welcome to everybody. Great to see you. Shialo, Levi Kalava, Max, and Hero Brink. Thank you guys for coming by today. We got a lot of building to do. A lot of things to see. And we are going to be doing some pretty crazy things. Okay, I'll go to that Ithrea. Checking out a game that Ithrea is working on. Quite sure what's going on here. Jumping over blocks. Huh. Interesting. Not quite sure what that is there, Ithrea. It looks like you're running around blocks. But great to see you all. How you doing there, Django? Welcome to the stream. When is the next video coming? When I am done with the building part, Lime. Twitch, great to see you. TJL, great to see you as well. But yeah, let's see what we have to do today. Okay, I got the replay mod turned off, so we're going to be doing a quick tour first before we actually get into building. I've done some work since our last stream. I've done a few things. I'm going to show you guys what those updates are before we start. I haven't done anything to the outside, but I have done some upgrading to the inside. I am feeling pretty good today there, Cyberbear. But yeah, we're working on the chapel. This is the interior of the chapel, as you can see. We got a very ornate ceiling. These are just placeholder banners to like come up with more official religious banners. They're just blue for now because they fit the theme. I added the chairs. I made them a little bit more interesting looking. I added some curtains around these like lesser windows. I added like little cabinets up here in the balcony. I made the doorway more fancy. When you come in here, I made this more interesting up here, as you can see. A few more candles around. This is still kind of empty here, but I think that this is all right for now. Yes, this does need nicer armors. This is actually the ConquestReforged mod there, Levi Kalava. But we are going to be doing some interior today, but we're gonna be finishing off the exterior first. That's our priority for this stream today, is finishing off the exterior, making this thing presentable. We're also gonna be working on like foliation just around the base and everything, just to make this thing really pop. Probably some ivy growing up the side, a few things of that sort. But yeah, I use this command there, TJL mods. That goes to the ConquestReforged mod link. But as you can tell, a little bit to do there. But once we get all the priorities done, like finishing off the exterior of this thing, then we're going to be working on the crypts underneath. But before we work on the crypts, we're going to be working on the the area underneath here. It's not going to be super fancy down there. It's probably going to look like this, somewhat. You know, the brick and diorite combination. I really like it with this darker floor and everything. I really quite like this style, so I think we're going to translate that into down here. But we're going to make like a way to get down there and everything, and it's going to look pretty interesting. But it's all going to be underneath here. It's probably going to be a place for the priest. A few windows down here, I'm sure, like a few arrow slits. for soldiers to use in the event of an attack. And thank you, Sam Hain. Well, I'm not sure if that's a compliment or a critique, but I like the shape. Oh, I still think that the Palantir plinth is both too big and kind of odd to have, especially as how people are supposed to stand in the chapel when it goes to that. I kind of like it. I think that it adds something that wouldn't be there if this was open. It's kind of like a little monument in the middle, which I kind of like. I do like this. I think it works. I also kind of fixed this area back here. This is the shrine to Xanthos. Little head thing up there. Also, how defensive is the chapel going to be? Because one good builder and those windows are going to be caved in and uses holes to breach. Well, I want you to realize something that I've said throughout the series is Lumiere is not an extremely defensible castle. It's not a fortress. And therefore, it's more of a manor. That's the whole point of this. It's a fortified manor. And so if it was a fortress, it wouldn't be built like this, so fancy, and it wouldn't be built so, you know, incredibly fragile as it is. The whole castle is fragile. So we got to keep that in mind, that this is a somewhat defensible castle, but it's not going to withstand against a huge army. Not in any case. So defensive flaws are acceptable, as long as there is a little bit of defense, and the chapel is just one of those places where it's quite a bit more fragile. But at the same time, when enemies are attacking, especially if they're of the same religion or of a similar religion, they very purposely avoid trying to attack the chapel because you don't want to upset the gods and then end up having your army destroyed by pestilence or other things. So they usually try to avoid religious structures during an attack, but unless if they're like a completely opposite faith and they're warned against that religion. But for the most part, it wouldn't be that way. But yeah, this castle has a chapel of sorts, and it's definitely not as defensive as the rest of the castle. However, I'm hoping that the fortifications on the top of the Lord's residence will somewhat make up for that. And there's also going to be arrow slits down here, in which case soldiers will be able to shoot out, so that we'll have somewhat of a defensive ability, but definitely not as defensive as, say, the front gate or even the side of the Great Hall, etc. But there most be strategic castles that guard the fertile regions, right? Not quite sure what you mean. It does not little in a strategic position or relies on their armies and knights to defend it. Yeah, this is more of like an inland house. It's not like on the edge of a border or anything. This is like just a house or a manor to the lord that lives here. It's like in the middle of it's in the middle of the empire, so it's really not, you know, there's not too much to worry about. But Crine is the like capital of this area, and so that's the major fortress of the region, if you guys were wondering about that. But yeah, Crine is like, I'd say probably 400-500 miles away from this castle here, in regards to a continent, etc. So but the Crine is lording over the Sunderlands, which is a massive plot of land. It's basically a warden of the empire, warden of the kingdom, however you want to say that. But yeah, it's a large thing here. One thing we don't want to forget is we need to add a chimney here. It's going to go down to a fireplace, which will be in the priest's room underneath the chapel here. Crine kind of got blown up quite a bit. That's true. You could add wooden watchtowers in the land around the manor. I could, but it wouldn't make sense to have it anywhere in this plot, because watchtowers are meant to be where the castle cannot see, and the castle can see everywhere in the vicinity of this plot. So there's really no sense to have watchtowers around the plot here. Alrighty, but they're unless there's savages that don't believe in gods. See, the thing is though, if there was an attack, it wouldn't be a massive attack because there are fortresses all around this region. Castles, fortresses, other, old castles, whatever. There's definitely enough of defenses surrounding the area. And like this would just be like a place to run to for sanctuary. Say if there's like a pack of bandits coming after you or something of that sort. Because a pack of bandits is not going to get into this castle. Especially if there's like 30 soldiers manning this place. It would, there's no way. I'm doing fantastic there, Wouter. How are you doing? At a small church in the small village, there's no room now. It's kind of, we're kind of taken now. This place is coming along and I'm not removing to add. There is a possibility we could utilize this region over here for some sort of religious structure. But that's definitely not on my priority list. I'm probably just going to use this for a field or something of that nature. Because we are going to be expanding the plot here to fit the plot border. But that'll come with time, and we will decide as we continue. Let's see, something from receivers. It's new signals. Why not add a small watchtower, bell tower in the town area somewhere? Well, there's no reason to send signals. I mean, signals would only need to be sent if, like, say if it would make sense if the closest watchtower to the castle would be like over here, or say if there's a large hill. Ryler Skylar, welcome to the stream. Say if there's a large hill over here, there would be a watchtower on top of the hill overlooking the hill. So I mean, there's that possibility, but there's really no reason for a watchtower because, again, this region is at peace currently because most of the enemies have been pushed out, and now there's, yes, bandits and things, and maybe a few I guess roving nomadic tribes that would possibly try to thieve thriving economies, but other than that, it would be a fairly peaceful area. So again, we're talking about peacetime things going on here. So especially since there's a wedding going on, they're not really expecting any attacks or anything. Hey Miner, welcome to the stream. I appreciate that follow. But yeah, we are focused on building. This here is my project that I've been working on for the past quite a few months. Flashy, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. This is my project called Lumiere. All the progress that has been done on this is recorded, and you can go check that out on my videos over on YouTube. So far, I have 18 episodes, and I've worked, each episode goes up to this point right here. Right now, I'm working on an episode over here, working on the chapel. We got a lot of it done already in one stream, and I'm hoping we're not going to finish it up today, but we'll be able to get a good chunk of it done. We got most of the main interior and the main exterior done. What's left is to do the underground bits and finishing the exterior. So we'll take care of that. Danger, they can use the bell to warn the people. Well, I mean, all they have to do is shout louder. There really isn't any need for a bell. I don't think I have a bell over here. But no, I'm not adding a bell. This area is done. What is there, and that's it. Once I'm done an episode, I mean, we might go around and add, oh wow, there's my horse. We might add miscellaneous details later on. On my last episode of Lumiere, we might go around and add some. That's my plan. Is my last episode of Lumiere is going to be a cinematic of the somewhat finished product, and then we're going to be spending a lot of time finishing up all the areas that needs to be finished, and we're going to polish up the plot and make it presentable and showcase worthy. But that's still a little whiles away. So for right now, we're just going to try to finish this up episode by episode. And then, like I said, my last episode is going to be like literally everything in one episode, the whole plot, like whatever needs to be done, upgrading the interiors of the castle, things like that. Is it Duconifax? I think I called it Duconifax. No, I didn't. Huh. Thought I did. But yeah, this is going to be a racetrack like in Witcher, all throughout here. I really like how your chapel is so small. It gives a cozy vibe. Oh, well, thank you then. But kind of loses the feeling. Yeah, just a cozy little corner thing there. Don't forget all previous streams are on YouTube. Yes, and all previous streams of building Lumiere is on YouTube as well. So, well, not all previous, Kevin. I only started streaming Lumiere probably midway through. I forget when I started streaming. Oh yeah, when I started streaming was the Great Hall. How you doing? I'm doing fantastic there, Luke. How are you today? But yeah, I'm just trying to give you guys a little tour of the plot on horseback so you can kind of see the ground level view of what the castle looks like at its current state. To the main castle house bit? No. There's a possibility, but I think it's best that I don't because it's going to cramp the space and we don't want to do that. But yeah, I got to do a lot of upgrading in here. A lot of upgrading textures and things, and this is all made before the major Conquest mod updates, so there's a lot that still needs to be finished and revised. Clay pots that may not be coming in a future update. Well, 1.12 comes out, I'm gonna still be stuck in 1.11 until the replay mod gets updated, so I might be stuck here for a while. But yeah, we might have a balcony for the Lord's residence. There's gonna be something sticking out here. It doesn't make sense to have it all just flat like that. So, but architecture and design for that building will come later, not in this episode. Very specifically trying to maintain this in episode form. Envo, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. And Alexander, how are you doing today? In front of the chapel was not a better big window. Sorry for the English. We're already set for the interior and exterior of the chapel, so that's gonna be how that's gonna look. But this is the painter's spot. That's gonna look so nice when it's done. I'm really looking forward to that. Super excited. But anyways, I think it's time to get building. What do you guys have to say to that? Should we get building or should we just keep running around doing nothing? Look at that. Nice big clay pot. So kind of thin. The stables and servants' house needs to be switched places too. Just seems a bit odd to have the stables that far in. Well, it's too late, man. Too late. What is done is done. I kind of like it. You got the horses away from the dogs. MC Press, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. But you got the kennels down here. And the stables are up through here. So, I mean, what makes sense and what is two completely different things. I put a lot of planning into this castle, so I kind of like the placement of the stables because the Lord can put his horse in the stables quite easily. Like, he can get to the horse, put the horse away. I don't know. I just think I like it there. I'm happy with it. And Mythical Sausage, welcome to the stream. I think I already said that, but great to see you, man. What part are you gonna work on next? We're working on the chapel still, Itchy. Gotta finish the exterior, so let's get right to it because we've been kind of just talking and doing that, so we need to get to building, I think. Record single player on. Let's get to building. Alrighty. So, I need to decide on what I want to do here. Before I do that, I need to set my tools up. Place 4. Tool info. When I finish this, we're going to be working on this corner of the plot here. So this is going to be a lot of building. I think I'm going to cut it down. I think I'm going to build all of this region here that you see, connecting it to there. We're going to extend the plot as well all the way around. It's going to take us quite a while to do this next section of the plot, but I'm going to probably like finish all of this, cut it down to here, and probably finish it to this painter stand and across, so it'll be like a straight line cut down the middle. A lot of building needs to be done in this corner, so it's going to take us quite a few streams, but we will finish that. Oh, when I'm building the whole thing. I'll be going on to my next project, which is really complicated to explain, so I prefer not to get into that right now. There's a lot of stuff that entails, but it's pretty much another fortress, but it's going to be more fantasy, more like, I guess, dwarven style almost, with some Asian accents. It's going to be quite the project, I think. I think I'm going to bring up the skirt, or the batter a little bit, like this, so that we can have a nice, strong foundation to this thing. We don't want this thing to collapse, do we? No, we don't. I don't think so, at least. I don't think. There we go. Beautiful. No, it's not going to actually be dwarves. It's going to be humans. They're called the Dragon Legion. They're basically witchers in a nutshell. But they are a army. Well, they're an order. Like there's thousands of them. Well, not thousands, but there's a lot of them. And it's a really complicated lore setup. I'm planning on doing like a lore episode to that series when I finally get around to making it. What the heck is wrong with this? What? Why is there 2 blocks there? Oh, I see. That block's extra. Why is that extra? Huh. Oh well. That'll work. Can you post a link? Sure, if one of my mods, Django, can you, oh, I guess that is really annoying to listen to, so there we go. Threw the gum away. My bad. Didn't think about that. But yeah, we will be doing a really interesting style for our next build. And it's going to be a lot of planning to get it sorted out. I would like to see a dwarven castle and an elven castle. There's not going to be elven in it. It's going to be a weird style, I'll tell you that much. I can tell you that much. It is going to be weird. I'm hoping to make it really original. We'll see how it goes. I wanted to try to make it something that you guys have not seen before. So it's going to be a really difficult process to come up with something that original. But we will see. We'll see how it goes. That's the best I can tell you right now, is we will see how it goes and hope that it goes well. And also on top of that, latest news of Dukan is I will be moving, hopefully by the end of the month, we'll be moving into a larger apartment, and I'll have my own office. My own studio! Can you guys believe that? Right now I'm in our living room, so it's really kind of in the middle of the way. All the hubbub of activity and everything happens here, so it's nice to, it will be nice to have a nice little place of my own that we can stream and yeah, have our own place. It'd be great. You should get something to help you with the next project for detail and terrain, so it's not such a heavy world. Well, I'm going to really put a lot of work into it, and I don't really like asking favors of people. I don't like that, because in the past, favors always have led to expectations, and well, not everybody, but it does happen. And I like the idea of trying to just build my own project. But we'll see. We'll see. Because I haven't even really super decided on how it's all going to turn out. But that'll come in time. But yeah, like I said, the first episode will be a lore episode. And I'm going to... Now, that episode, I might ask favors of people. If I have people that are artistic that can help me with some artwork. Because I would like to do like one of those slideshow kind of things where it kind of zooms in, zooms out, and I'm like talking lore. And as I'm talking, like there's images that kind of showcase what's going on, like what I'm talking about. I think that would be the coolest thing to have, like a very illustrated video for the first episode. And also, I would make a official logo for the series, because currently for Lumiere is something I really wish I had done, is made a logo for this series, but I do not have a logo for it. I wish I would have made one, but it's too late now. I don't really feel like doing it anymore. It's exciting. What's going on? I got the perfect kind of artwork. You didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so like, how far are you going to go into the lore? Just enough. I don't know how else to explain that. But we are going to make sure that it's going to be a proper, planned build. Because I'm done with, it's going to be an open world too. It's going to be 1,000, probably a 2,000 world. And the world's going to be really detailed starting out. The lore is going to be really detailed. There's going to be just a lot that goes into it. But yeah, this is the chapel we're working on there, beginners. We're working on trying to texture this and make it into a proper chapel. Proper chapel. Okay. I'm trying to add enough detail into this so that it looks like it's maybe like a few areas where it looks like it's kind of eroded away or something. Because things like just trap doors hanging off like that really adds in a lot of extra depth that really looks nice, I think, and things like this. Just real nice little details. I kind of want to see it in a map. You kind of want to see a map. A map of what? Could you please not call it the what? The what? But I think what I'm gonna do, if there are people willing, it's not gonna happen anytime soon. FYI, if you guys are like all excited right now and like, woohoo, I can't wait, I want to make you artwork or something like that, it's not gonna happen anytime soon, guys. It's only gonna happen after I'm done Lumiere. I'm not going to jump ahead of myself and start something that, you know, I want to make sure that this is going to be a really proper, well-planned, you know, just the overall 9 yards. I want this to be a really well thought out deal. Because I'm planning on having concept art. I'm planning on making the concept art myself. Trying to, at least. But I am planning on making my own concept art of the place. But then I'll be asking people to make some... Lolo Gui, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. But then I'll be asking people to make certain, like, additional pieces for the story part of the video and other things. Alright, we still need to finish this here. I'm not quite sure what to do all the way to the ground. I think what I'm gonna have to do is change the texture of the stones that we're using for the buttresses. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, I guess. Yet another thing that needs to be figured out. Adding a hole into part of the wall should give it something and have part of the wall on the ground. Alright, what's going on here? Although I don't have that much time. Oh, wow. That's a little too crazy, man. I love it. I really do love it, but that's just too much time spent for something like that. I'm just thinking simple, just little sketches with just like a very, like, you know, just sketches with like a faded parchment background. That's really all I'm thinking about. But that's amazing. I could use a piece like that, maybe one or two, but I don't want that to be like I don't want it to be that detailed. That's pretty crazy. That's really crazy work there, Bruno. Respect, brother. Respect. Sketch's got you covered. But yeah, all in time though. And I'm gonna make my own lore. I will confide in some people that I trust to give me good opinions on certain things. But for the most part, I'm gonna do the lore on my own. And I think we're gonna do streams. Flat Carpet, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the Red Clan. I think we'll be doing like streams of buildings or like coming up with certain things. For example, say we'll do a stream of creating the concept art of the place. We'll do a stream of world painting, because I think I'm going to world paint my own map. I just don't think that it's going to be possible. It's going to make sense for somebody else to world paint it for me, because I've kind of thought about it, because this map is going to have to be really specific, very specific, because I don't want to do too much terraforming in game. All right, Kurgan, have a good night, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. I kind of like the buttresses as they are. I do think that we could add a little bit more to them. For example, like this right here could make like these stones thicker, a little bit more broad. Like these are the cornerstones or the keystones. I'm not quite sure what they would be considered, but by doing this, it makes them pop out a little bit more than they would otherwise. And I do like that. If I could draw, I would make a lot of concept art for you. That would be great. I think what I might do, I don't know World Machine, so I have a friend that I could possibly make a map of what I want done, and then I would send it to a friend who would then add a World Machine filter to it, which I think would turn out really great. So I think that might be my route. So I wouldn't make the map 100% on my own, but I want it to be very specific in shape. There's very specific parts of the map, like, you know, the valley. There's a mountain. There's only one mountain valley to get in. Also, there'd be somewhat lore-specific locations throughout the map, and other things of that sort. So I'd have to really be kind of specific of how I do things, and it has to be to a certain quality level that I would need. So I'd probably have to make my own trees too. We'll see. I'm still trying to decide if I want to make it a snowy map or more of like a witchery lush map. Still not fully certain on that. Hey Coco, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hi. Poor United. Thank you for that, or thank you for stopping by. How you doing? They better not messed up for bunk beds when I was gone. Are you talking about the explosion at Crime? Yeah, that was a time, I must say. Must admit, that was a time. Maybe a little bit of the sandstone color would look kind of good down towards the foundation. What do you guys think? Is this a little bit too much color? Or do you think that that would possibly look good down here towards the base, like where it hits into this stone here? I'm gonna give that a quick try. It's always worth a try, I would say. Always worth a try. At least we can say we did it. And if it ends up we don't like it, well, oh well. We can easily just remove it. I kind of do like that. The transition does work. Witcher map. I don't know what we were talking about, but the Witcher is always the answer. Yeah, it's true. The Witcher is always the answer. All right. All right. What did you post there, Bruno? Here's a sketch of the bottom. That's maybe more like how you like it. Unfortunately, I can't open that link, Bruno. It says that there is it's a problem with the link. Yeah, I do like that. I like how that turned out there. We also want to add in our mix of extra textures. The most of the castle, I haven't done this because this was before the stone was added. And now that we have this stone, I want to try to add it. This again will be a final episode kind of deal. Like, this is something I would add in throughout the whole castle later on in, you know, the whatever this would be considered later on in the series. Yeah, series, that's it. I was gonna say the season. I was like, wait, this isn't a season. Speaking of which, Stranger Things is out. Cool. Anyways, but yeah, how you guys doing? I hope you're all doing great. Another great day. Laura and I, we went out get some coffee this morning. What else did we do, Laura? We went to the Dutch market. We got one of my favorite donuts. It's the it's an Oreo. Like, it's an absolutely incredible donut, guys. I can't quite express how awesome this donut is. It's incredible. And then from there I went to where we were planning on moving to. And then yeah. And then we went for a walk in the park, yes. And we got some brisket at the market. Love me some brisket. Did you ever get those donuts for your coworkers? No, not from the Dutch market, no. I ended up just getting them from another place here in town. It's only open really late, so it worked out. But unfortunately, the place that I wanted to get the donuts from wasn't open at the time, so I had to improvise. Improvisation. Sometimes you gotta do it. Alright, I like that. Adds a little bit of a flavor there on the side. That does look nice. Now, one thing that's gonna really help this is when we add the greenery here at the bottom. Because right now, we got a lot of really mild colors. But then when we start adding in these warmer green colors towards the foundations, like I'm even thinking about adding in some ivy and some things here on the side of the feast hall. But for right now, we're just kind of we're making the foundation, we're making the base, and then we'll start moving on to the next layer of detailing, which will be coming soon. When you go get a coffee, you would sit there and talk for like 2 to 3 hours. Now for us, we just go get coffee, we sit there for about 10 minutes and we move on. Isn't that right, Laura?
Maybe a little bit longer than 10 minutes.
Okay, a little bit longer than 10 minutes, Laura says, but yeah.
Maybe it's because I usually have to go to work.
Yeah, usually, yeah, that's right. Laura usually has to go to work in the mornings. She has to go to work today, so she won't be here for long. Consider make a custom paintings artwork for Conrad Conry mod. Oh, okay. Good. Maybe focus on portraits and such. Hey there, hamster. How you doing? Why does sound always sound louder at night? What? Okay, so down here at the base, we need to add in a more color, I would say. So another thing that I like to add into the foundations, I use in the palette a lot, is this darker stone down towards the base, which I really think has a great, what do you call it? Gradient value, color value, I don't know. Something of that sort. It has a great look to it. I don't know how else to say it, but I think that having this darker stone towards the bottom really adds to the overall color palette of this, the build and everything. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add in a little bit more of this stone throughout, just to, you know, just add a little bit more gradient, make it pop. That'll give us something to, nice little base to work with. Add it around there at the base here, and right there. That works for me. I still want to work with this up here. These spikes, they need a little bit of work. All right. What did you miss? Oh, not too much. We're still just kind of lunking around on the chapel here. Lunking around or something like that, I guess. Alright, we need to finish or rebuild this part, which incidentally got blown up last stream Because I have fast mode on, and fast mode likes to cause problems every now and again. Which it did here, so we have to fix this right quick. I think that is about right. Put that right there, and voila. I think, right? Right. Sweet! I was on a long walk. Well, Potato Night, I'm just glad you're able to come by today. Great to see you, man. Great to see you. One problem I do have is trying to figure out a way to get onto this parapet right here. It's kind of problematic, to be honest. But that is the way of life in my neck of the woods. Problematic. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably that, and we're gonna have to make a little wooden thingy to get over here. Yeah, I think that'll work, and then we'll go ahead and make a full piece right there. Yeah, as long as we can get over, that's all we need. We'll go ahead and take a trap door, and we'll throw the trap door right about there. And then we will go ahead and throw you right like that. So that way you can walk across and get through. That way you can get to the, yeah, looks great. Hey there, creeps. How are you today? Welcome to the stream. And Meso, great to see you. I am doing fantastic. We are working on the chapel again here today. And I am going to attempt to make these finials look a little bit better than what they currently do. Because right now they look a little bit repetitive, if you know what I mean, and a little bit simple. So making them a little less simple should be a little bit better. I wonder, we could actually. I think I'm going to remove these two finials so that we have less finials, because currently I just felt like there was just too many. They were clogging up the space, and that was really kind of too repetitive, I would say. Come back to there. I know that's not fully lined up with the roof, which it probably should be. I should probably move that one back, but then again, the roof is spaced very oddly, so I think we're gonna keep it just like that, actually. I would like to figure out some kind of like something to go along the side here. Ya boy, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Got my wisdom teeth removed. I remember that. That was probably one of my worst experiences I've ever had. That sucked. So I sympathize, my man. I hope that you recover quickly, because the whole wisdom tooth thing is a real pain, literally. I hope you recover quick. Oh, that sucks. Since when have you been streaming? Are you talking about my overall streaming, or since I started streaming today? I've been streaming today for 49 minutes and 49 seconds currently. And by the time you hear that comment, probably 50 seconds. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. I'm gonna go ahead and raise these up here. Give us a little stronger looking thing there. Now you have lost all your wisdom. Yes, I would say so there, man. Whatever you gonna do without your wisdom? Whatever will you do? Does anybody have any ideas of what we could do up here? Go with the stone anvils across the side and the dark iron fence, but not the one that connected. Go with the stone anvils across the side and have dark iron fence, but not the one that connect. Stone anvils on the side. Oh, I see what you're saying. That does present a problem, though. That's a balustrade. Let's see, we could do these stone balustrades like this. So this is what you were suggesting, something like that. But the problem with that would be is we got the top that I'm not really I don't like that too much. We can't pop it down one because of issues. And I don't think that this will work. Actually, maybe this will work. Yeah, the normal capital. Let's give this a try. Because that does connect at the top. It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look amazing either. So we might not end up going with that. Let's put that right there for now. Give us a little... Yeah, that looks pretty good. But see, the problem with this is the Italian stone. It's not a very good transition stone. I would say... Unless if we figured out something else to do with it. And I don't suppose that this is going to work. I don't know, actually. Having that little bit of an inset there doesn't look bad. Doesn't look great, but it doesn't look bad. That's how we roll here in the Ducon Red 1 streams. Pigeons inhabiting the roof of this chapel. You know what? Let's do that. Let's add some pigeons. That is a great idea. Pigeons everywhere. Pigeons, pigeons, and pigeons. What do you think, Lara? More pigeons?
Sure.
Yes, let's do some pigeons. Pigeon there, and a pigeon up there. There we go, some pigeons. Kind of just doing their thing. I do like this. One thing I do want to do though, and I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I feel like there needs to be something there. Not that, but there needs to be something there to border that somehow. Preferably railings, but we could go for a trap door. Trapdoors would cover it all up though, so I want to avoid that. I just don't know what else could work there, and I don't think there is anything else that could work there. I don't like that. Hey there, my rusty gun. Great to see you. How you doing? The iron cannonballs. That might be a good idea. Let's give that a try. It does look nice, so we'd have to remove our pigeon if we were to do that. It does add a neat little detail up there, so I am definitely for that. Some chain trap door. Some chain trap door? No. That's interesting. I didn't even realize we had trap doors and all those different blocks for chains. Interesting. Place an anvil, look at the anvil, and place another. Oh, I know all about that, Potato Knight. I don't like that idea, though. This has more of a... It looks more covered at this point. I like that. I like how this looks versus, say, if we would have had anvils there or something. Hey there, Magnitude. How you doing? Welcome. I don't think that's much of a hard choice there, i3. You're in the middle of making a game, so I would say you go listen to your game devs. So what are you working on? We're working on the chapel, trying to finish up detailing on the outside, and then we will be moving on to the underground, the crypts and things, to try to make this thing a proper religious structure. The crypts is where the family of this house would be laid to rest. Gotta have a nice little place to sleep, I guess. And what better place to sleep than in the crypts? This is the Conquest Reforged mod there, GTA. If you want to check that out, it's right there. TJL just posted it in chat. It's the link to the mod. But you can go check that out, download it, whatever you want to do. Just check it out and just see what you think. I think you will not regret checking it out. Okay, so that is a space that we can utilize using that right there. Perfect. Loving it. All right, so we're gonna have a little walk space here. This will go out to the tower. Are the crypts gonna be access to the Elven Ruins thing, Dukan? There will be Elven Ruins, yes, and there's gonna be like Elven crypts that are gonna be reutilized for the human needs. But yes, there is gonna be lots of Elven stuff under there. At least my current plan is there's going to be Elven stuff, so we gotta try to figure that out, how I'm going to incorporate that properly. Why is this side one higher? That just simply will not do. Ya hear? Just won't do. There we go. That's a little bit better. And a block there, and a block there, and voila. Check it out. Now that's proper. Beautiful. Why can't I spell your name right? Where would the other people lay to rest? Didn't you say where in another video? A cemetery off the plot. Like I said in previous videos and in previous streams, is we can't put everything on this plot. It's just, it's nonsensical just to add like literally everything that we can. So we're going to be just putting on what I have planned to put there. And if there is something that's like, you know, super necessary and has to be on the plot or something like that, then we can make little adjustments. But certain things I don't want on the plot, and the cemetery is going to be one of them because I don't have a place for it. It would require me to do quite a bit of revamping the plan because there's a lot that entails a cemetery, so I'd have to just kind of plan that to be outside. Good morning there, Viraga, or good afternoon depending on when you woke up. So there should be a little servants chapel in town church. Again, probably not in the plot there, JKM. That's not something I had planned. And again, planning things is kind of important because if you don't plan things, it kind of starts looking like crime, and crime is a mess. Was a mess, is a mess. You take your pick. I don't think we'll be going back to that build. Why? Because it's a mess. In their building. I mean, there could be something along the lines of a chapel in here. We're kind of running out of room in terms of interior space, so we kind of are in a stationary mode as to what we can add. Now, there is two types of chapels in here. This is the lower chapel, and then this is the higher class. Like, this is where the Lord and the Lady and higher class people would be. The lower class would be down here, but I mean, I can see what you're saying about servants and things, but I would think servants and things would be just fine to be coming into this part of the chapel, because it is kind of considered the lower area. Yes, this is Chateau de Lumiere. They're hypertoxic, but there is going to be an underground part of this. I got to get to that, but we're still working on this section here. We will get there. We will get there. Let me pull this all together. Let me put it together first, and then we can start deciding on what else will be in the build and whatnot. But as I have said, currently we're just trying to finish out the side here. We're trying to finish the outside. And then once we're finished the outside, then we will be at a point where it is time to go inside and start adding in some things to make the place really pop. I think what I'm going to do is use the stairs like that. I think that looks pretty good here on the side. We're going to do the same thing over here. We'll do pop and pop. And then we'll go ahead and put some cobble right there to fill in that little gap. And voila. He's really busy, I heard. Poor guy has a lot of work on his plate, so you just gotta do what you gotta do. Same thing with me. I mean, I can barely do this as it is myself, but fortunately, I can still be here a little bit each day. Not as much as I would like, but that is how life rolls. That little bit of contrast really does make a difference. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. I still want to fix these down here. While I do like them, these finials, I'm trying to figure out a better design. Super George, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. And Trixon, welcome to the stream. Don't they have a shrine in the road below the front door? Not a shrine. There's a shrine there, but there's no official religious things. There is a shrine over here too. There's shrines across the plot to different gods. Yeah, there's like this one here. And then of course we got the fun cave over here, which I should probably add a little bit more to it, but yeah, it's little Easter eggs, little silly things like that. Just add a little bit of fun to the plot, I think. Why do you build in a plot world? The reason why I build in a plot world is because it confines me. I need to be confined because I end up building way too big usually. So I'm really enjoying this confined building. I do like it. The build is maintaining its size. All right, so we're going to start adding in some texture here to try to make this a little bit more proper. So in that case, let's go ahead and add in some of this mossy stone, especially down towards the base of these cliff faces here, because mossy stone is more of a wet kind of thing. Then again, it's wet everywhere, so we're just going to add that in certain areas. We definitely want to add in some of this mossy stone as well, but this is more of a top kind of thing. Same thing with right here. We'll go ahead and add layers here, I think. Something like that. Out of order. He's talking about crying. Yes. Vincent from Billy Grant. Doing another single player survival. I don't have time. I don't have time to do a lot of things anymore, so that's why I'm not doing survival anymore, because it just, survival is one of those things where it just takes so much time just for a little aspect of the build. And I would much prefer to be doing this, building constantly and always having something getting done versus always, you know, mining for materials. What else is involved with survival? You know, stuff like that. Just, there's too much like stuff that you've got to do on the side just to prepare for building. And for my current schedule, too much. Simply too much. All right, well, a little bit more of this here. The reasons is the same reason I never finished Castle Crying. The reason, I'm not building the world, but on plots. It confines me. Violent crying flashbacks. You know it, Coco. You know it. But yeah, so how's everybody doing today? I asked this question before, but I'm sure there's new viewers here. Anyone doing anything fun today? Or had done anything fun today? Or will do anything fun today? What's going on in the life of all of you, all of ye of the Red Clan? My next series is going to be really interesting, guys. I'm super excited for it. It'll be really interesting for me, at least. But it's going to end up being like crying, or not crying, but it's going to end up being like this series, you know. Really super excited to start it off. But then it's going to start dragging on. It's going to take forever. But I'm studying woodstuffs. Oh, okay. It's your birthday. Oh, Fireside. Happy birthday. That's awesome. Birthdays, man. One more year. I'm building a castle in Conquest. Ooh, nice. If you can tweet me your progress on that castle, Beatrice, I appreciate that. Would love to see what you are working on. But yeah, over on my Twitter. I'm not sure if you use Twitter or not, but it's usually the best place to contact me or show me things, etc. But yeah, I would love to see what you are working on. Okay. Have you done a small Halloween house for Halloween? Nah, I don't really celebrate Halloween. It's just kind of a weird holiday, to be honest. I mean, we're celebrating satanic things, I guess. I don't know. Not really my forte. Candy. I don't really care. Get candy any time of the year. No, I don't celebrate Halloween. Not my thing. I'm an oldie. Ah, nice. Put this stream on my speakers blasting up Ducon. Let everyone hear it. Even the guys across the street. I don't know about that, I3. Might want to turn the volume down. You might make your neighbors come in and shoot you. Don't want that. We had to cut a slot in a piece of wood. Apparently there is a crack in my wood. Could be taken wrong. The crack could be resulting in a splinter that could have been catapulted. Whoever is standing behind the machine. So, were you working on a shaper, Brunukas? I work on a molder. It has 6 of those heads. But yeah, my main job, or my job is making moldings, woodworking. It is fun. So I know all about it. You leaving? All right, guys, I'm gonna say bye to Laura real quick. I'll be right back, and we will be right back to working on Lumiere. Give me a second, guys. Alright, I'm back, guys. Alrighty. BRB. There we go. Ah, we're back. Alrighty. So this cliff is looking a little bit repetitive right now, so we gotta add in a little bit more flavor to this thing. Some flavor. Would you guys like chocolate flavor or caramel flavor? Boss can be so funny. May you post a link. Can somebody give Wizard a, not a permission, but permission to post a link? Appreciate that. Alrighty. Some boss my YouTube channel. Yeah, you didn't know that? You didn't know that? Who doesn't know that? Alright. Add a little bit of clay in there. We definitely want to... the diorite is a good block, but it is a little bit light as a main block. So we want to try to... Alright, Wizard, what did you post? Oh, look at that. That's a nice little build there, Wizard. Very nice. Very nice. Little fort, looks like. Good job, my man. The way I look at it, I've never been one for critiquing builds. Never been. I don't really like critiquing builds, to be honest. It's not really worth it to me because a lot of people, one, because I'm trying to come up with a good reason why. One reason is because I don't want to upset the person on the receiving end. Because especially being in a position that I'm in, things can get taken way out of proportion. Way out of proportion. Plenty experienced that in the past, and it's just not worth it to me to... and it's all from stuff like this. You know, maybe I was too quote-unquote harsh on a review or something of that sort. And... you know, it gets, it spreads like wildfire. Because here on the internet, people will just bandwagon something. They won't even know the truth. They won't even know the whole story. They don't even care about the whole story. If there is someone that they can jump on and attack, a lot of people will do that. And they'll create their own little group of minions, and then they do their, they attack and such. And but I mean, this is just a small little thing that is, a part of the whole big picture. But that's one reason why I don't like critiquing builds, is because things can get thrown out of proportion. Another reason I don't like critiquing builds is because I'm just not very good at it. I just like looking at someone's build and saying that's great, and it's not really worth it to me to say, hey, maybe there's something there that needs to be changed, or something here that needs to be changed. It's up to the builder, the builder that's building something. Like for me, as an example, when I'm building something, I find personal drive to better myself, and I like to find help in building through, you guys have a lot of great ideas. I ask you about, maybe what you think should be added in. And sometimes it gets a little overboard, I will admit that. But that is Umnum's job. Umnum is a very, he's definitely the critiquer. But he's a good guy. I really like him. He means well, and I know that. It does get really stressful sometimes, but in the larger scheme of things, things just work out. That does not look good. Why does that not look good? Because there's grass on the sides. Rawr. Oh, you can play Conquest. That's awesome. Yeah, when I got my new computer, that was a huge step up for me. If you guys remember back to the old days of when I was streaming, it was some pretty rough times. My computer was pretty bad. I get a new PC. Cheap drama, Villa. Okay, well, anyways, I'm just glad that there's. I don't want to be a part of any drama anymore. Like, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want, you know, I just want to build. I want people to build. I want people to be happy together. And that's all I gotta say about that. I don't really want to do anything. It's those days were too stressful to be worth it. Way too stressful. Okay. It works. So now we're gonna add in some bushes and some foliation and things to really bring this place together. So what we're going to need is some of these bushy bushers. There we go. I have a 1080 Ti. Yeah. I have considered getting another graphics card, but people keep saying that my 980 or my 970 is just as good as, say, a 1080. If no, just a hair less, but I got a 980 or 970. I don't know. I forget. Yeah, 970. 970. MSI 970 4G. It's good. At least I get enough FPS to play. One of these days I'll get a new computer and hopefully it'll be better, but till then I'm kind of just meandering around here on my current computer doing what I do. Not bad. I like it. You can make a dead tree somewhere. I do have a few dead trees across the plot. I think I have one actually. What are my political views? That is a trap, I3. That is a trap, and I am not going to be putting myself in a trap right now. I am going to continue building in peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. I have been noticing I've been having some issues lately. It's all when I upgraded one of my graphics drivers. Something happened where my main screen now doesn't play Minecraft smoothly when I have OBS. When I have OBS open, it's no longer smooth, so it's like really really scratchy. Terrible FPS. I got like 4 FPS. But now I'm on, like, this is on my third screen when I'm playing on right now. And it works great, so there's something with my graphics driver that doesn't like my bigger screen. I think it might just be plugged into the wrong PC, or yeah, the wrong, whatever the slot's called, I forget, but it might just be plugged into the wrong slot, so when I move to my new place, I might, end up plugging it into something else, and it might end up working again. Will you live stream my game once it's somehow playable? I3, you know, all I do here is Minecraft. I just do the Minecrafts, I'm sorry. That is a staple of my channel. People know exactly what I'm going to be doing. Alright, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Every time I start streaming, what is your expectation of what I'm going to be doing? Or what do you know I'm going to be doing? I'm going to build one of these little, whatever these are called. Brush trees, something like that. I don't know. Actually, I should have grabbed these first. Oh, well. Placing a block. Magic. Talking. Yes! There we go. Expectation is to talk. I guess that is true. Unbearable, bro. The thing you say when you make video telling us your stream. Placing jars. Well, none of you expect me to do Minecraft, it seems. Well, see, the fact of the matter is, whether you guys admit it or not, the reason you're here is because I'm building. And I'm building a Minecraft at that. A game that is so dynamic. There's just so much to it, especially in the ConquestReforged mod. There aren't many streamers out there that actually do this. And it's what makes me unique. Something different, something you guys don't see on an everyday basis here on Twitch. And you know, that's the only thing that I really want to do is stream building. And I think that that is probably the best thing to do, because you know, if I do anything else, if I do say artwork, I've done it before. If I do like artwork, there'll be only like 10 people watching. If I do another game, I've only done another game like twice. I think I did Witcher once or twice. I don't know. Nobody talks. Nobody cares. I'm not even a good entertainer at that point because I don't even know what to say. You know, usually when I play a game, I'm just kind of quiet. But Minecraft is one of those things where you kind of talk and everything. And it's something I'm used to. So yeah, the reason you're here is because of Minecraft. My real expectation is to get lots of inspiration to build. Exactly. Start on something before learning it. I came here for swordfish. It's my first time taking on something this big. Are you getting into coding, Ithria? Programming? Since I moved from an Intel HD graphics laptop, will you talk about woodworking for a while? Is it just a job for you? Do you actually like shaping and creating objects? I want to learn more. I do really enjoy my job. But currently, the majority of my job has been I get a profile, a shaping profile for a piece, and then I have to match that piece to you know, the machine I work on. Sometimes I got to join, like some of the other machines I work on are joiners, or a joiner, planer. I haven't worked on like other specific machines, like I don't even know what they are, but they're more in the millwork area, and I don't really use those. But I would really like to learn millworking, because that's where the skill level of woodworking is in the millwork area. But like I said, the majority of what I do is cut and dry, match the profile, and fixate the heads, you know, make the heads work so that that profile will come out exactly as it is. But yes, I do enjoy it. I'm trying to come up with more things to say that makes it sound exciting, but it is really an exciting job. Other things I do is organize wood in the lumber aisle. Woohoo, exciting. But I've made the person before me that used to organize the lumber aisle, or not organize, he didn't organize a thing. He just put wood everywhere. And there was wood everywhere. I'm telling you, man, the whole shop was just an absolute wreck because this guy did not care. And then I came, and I guess I am saying this to brag, because I am really proud of what I have done. But now all the poplar is in all the same racks. The whole, all the wood is in the racks now. It's nothing is out in front of the racks. Nothing is in where it's not supposed to be. I have taken wood where there has been wood for years, like literally 6 years. The bunks have been sitting there and have not been used. Why? Because they're just kind of like, they're literally, you can't get to them. And well, I mean, what was it? Yeah, yesterday. I actually got to one of the last bunks that's just out on the floor randomly, and I put it away. And so the lumber aisle looks absolutely incredible now. I feel so like, what do you call it? I feel like I'm boasting, like I feel like I'm making myself, look, so cool. And I'm really proud of it because it's just something to find pride in when you organize something and make it look really, really nice versus like when it was before. So that's a huge thing for me. As a personal goal for me, I find it really, it really makes a difference. So you set yourself personal goals, and it's amazing what happens. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to make myself look better than anyone else or anything of that sort. I'm really not. I'm just really happy about it. I don't know. Talk about what. See, I knew someone was going to say something about that. But good to still see you here, there, Sausage. Good to still see you here. I'm talking about woodworking classes. Even built myself a plywood table for my computer class last month. See, that's what I would like to do. But I actually haven't gotten into woodworking as a hobby. I don't have any woodworking. I don't have any like tools at home or have the ability to. So it doesn't really make sense for me to get into woodworking. But I would love to get into woodworking if I had the chance to. But then again, if I got into woodworking, it would probably take away from me doing this right here. This is my hobby. This is what I do on the side. So I only have so much time to allot to a hobby, and so it's either this or another hobby, and I would prefer to be doing this because this is something that's working out for me. I enjoy it because we've created a pretty strong viewer base. You guys seem to enjoy it. And in turn, that motivates me to keep going. There's people here that watch and keep watching, and that like what I do. That keeps me coming back and wanting to continue doing stuff like this. You can look at a Japanese woodworking set because it's pretty small, just a few hand tools, and you can do some small projects like wine racks. But like, I don't have anywhere to work. Hypertoxic. I live in an apartment, so I don't really have a garage or a backyard that I could do something like that. A well-organized workplace is a slightly more efficient workplace. Well, I'll tell you, man, our workplace is pretty efficient, pretty darn efficient. I'll tell you that much. Allow, yeah, don't allow me to do woodworking. If you want me to keep doing some streams, that's your choice. Getting emotional here. Desk I do school and has my PC out. Work done. That's awesome. I'll always be with you. But yeah, in a nutshell, woodworking's great. It's just really cool to turn a really raw looking board into a really nice looking molding, crown, baseboard, casing. There's a lot that goes into it. You got to find the proper wood. A lot of the wood sometimes has like knots in it or bad grain. There's a lot of quality factors that needs to be considered, especially if it's a stain grade piece or if it's a paint grade. Paint grade, like literally you got to use like knotted or whatever. No one's gonna care because no one's gonna see it, because usually paint grade is like really, really thick paint, and it pretty much completely covers the piece. But in terms of, say, stain grade, it's considered you had to find the clearest wood you can find. Because stain grade is, you see everything. For example, also whenever the deliverer isn't out or isn't you know, maybe he's down. Like the last time I had to deliver was because he was already out, and so I had to. We rented a truck, and I had to deliver these massive door jams. They're like 7-foot tall door jams by 8-foot wide. Massive, like it's like little entryways to each room. These, they're only made out of poplar, but they looked incredible. Poplar is like a really common wood, really much cheaper than say walnut or oak. What are some other woods we work at? Mahogany, sapele, things of that sort. But you guys are probably getting a little bored of me talking about wood. You should put iron railings in front of the lowest windows of the chapel. Iron railings in front of the windows at the bottom. Yeah, I definitely prefer stained over paint gray, because you know, paint, it doesn't even look like wood anymore. Like, why even get wood if it's painted? Like, why not just get some kind of like porcelain or PVC or something of that sort? I'm gonna build a clematis going up this whole corner here. That's what that side needs. And if you guys are wondering what I'm eating, which I guarantee you one of you are gonna ask, I am eating, where the heck is the lid? They're called chocolate and caramel coconut bites. They're organic bites from the Amish made them. And if you guys don't know who the Amish are, they're like a really they're people that make really quality stuff. That's the most I can say. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the Amish or not, but they make some incredible, incredible stuff. Me like the Amish. Build a stonemason house. Huh. See, that goes into the realm of hasn't been planned, and so it would kind of, it would add to maybe a little bit too much to our area, and we don't want to really overdo it, which we're almost kind of doing as it is. I mean, as you can tell, this is super cluttered, super cluttered, but with a plot space, you kind of had to do that in order to maintain a certain level of quality. So, I mean, I'm not totally opposed to really going pretty deep into detail, but there is a point where it's kind of better to avoid going so incredibly detailed. So, I'm not sure about that, I3. It's a great idea, and it would make sense, but again, another thing about a stonemason is everything's already built. And a stonemason usually would only be around where there's construction going on, because stone is something that is kind of set there for a long term. And there's really no reason for a stonemason to be here. Why? Because everything's built. Because a stonemason is all about construction and building. So that's another factor to consider. There's really no reason to have a stonemason here, I think. I would say, let's get some bracken in here. I think that might give us a nice little additional detail here on this clematis. Just kind of add that as a somewhat bushy effect here. It'll make it look a little bit nicer, I think. That green up the side definitely makes a difference. I think we're gonna make another little branch to this going up on the right side. Yeah, whatever. The Amish are the only ones in the U.S. that German has as a first language. Some of them, at least, also have the largest family size bar. That's crazy. I would argue that Duke is an artist. Each plot he works on. Thing he's basically his work. I appreciate that hypertoxic. I do consider what I do an artistic expression. I do think that it's a pretty important thing to have. I've always had a creative inclination. Definitely not a really good creative inclination. There's people that do art so much better than I do. So much incredibly better. It's why I got out of graphics design, because I just felt so... what's that word I'm looking for? I felt so small in comparison to my fellow artists when I was at school. And just my artwork just didn't come anywhere close. I guess I never really had the passion for the whole drawing aspect and things of that nature. So I decided it was best for me to just get out of graphics design, and Minecraft ended up being my main source of enjoyment for my artistic abilities. So whatever artistic abilities I have is only here in this game. I don't really have artistic abilities outside. It's bullcrap. Exactly. I did it for a little while. 2 years, Happy Panda. I really should put these away. Otherwise, I'll be eating this whole container today. And I would prefer not to do that. That would be a bad decision on my part. Azure at TP, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. GCSEs. Not quite sure what you are referring to there, Con Man. By the way, welcome. Great to see you. And Iceake. Wait, Iceake. When did I pass you up? I see how this was happening. Wait, Iceake. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that. I just saw what up. I just saw you say hello. Great to see you, Iceake. I'm sorry. I don't mean to ignore anybody. My eyes are not fast tracking. My eyes are slow. Well, I guess I'm just slow. Apologize. I apologize. I hope that you take my apology and let us continue life. Did you do the inside of the chapel? The main part, yes. I haven't done the crypts or anything underneath yet. I'll show you the inside right quick. But this is the inside so far. There's still a lot more to do. It's somewhat grand. Cramped, yes, but that is decidedly expected for a chapel of this size. Just a chapel, not a massive church or anything, and it is for the faith of the 8. There's 7 gods here, and then the 8th will be in the crypts below. The 8th is Shorefus. Let me try to remember the names. Bentus, the merchant, Laris, the maiden, Herelia, the mountain, Otar, the warrior, Oduna, the shadow, Victorum, the kraken, Xanthos, the great, and then underneath will be Shorefus, the death. Or wait, I forget what I considered him, but yeah, Shorefus, the... I don't know. Something. Shorefus the something. How's that? I do need to do cornerstones going down the side here. Let me go ahead and grab some of these right quick. No, you cannot see the without the texture pack. I don't consider without the texture pack to be any worthwhile anyone's time. If you consider a texture pack to be the quality of one's building, that if it has to look good in all texture packs or even in default, if you use default as a standard, that is a really sad way of considering a build. It's not worth anybody's time, because the quality of building is using the tools that you have, and you know, default as a standard is a really sad way to use as a standard. So there's really no use at all. Shorefist the Stranger. Ah, yes. Yes, that's a Shorefist the Stranger. Yeah. Oh, come on, Coco. So when people visit, they can know what it is. Add a sign in the block the item is on. What else can we do here? I want to add something, like I feel like these little coves right there maybe are missing something. But I don't know. I think it might be alright. Maybe a smaller tree. I think that might be what the issue is here. I need to find me my materials. I think I lost my materials. There we go. Let's just do that. But yeah, a smaller tree right here, maybe. Let's try this out. This might work out here. Hexus and Aether. See, honestly, Ithria, I'm just sticking with my simple. I mean, I forget what you guys came up with for the whole of how that all worked out. So I'm just sticking with the Imperial gods for now, because I don't understand how all that Aether and Hexus stuff came to be. And then there's like what I forget. The order, dude. Hey, let's do them. Well, we need to get back to, I don't know if I'll be able to. See, it's just not realistic. I really want to. I just don't, I don't know. I can't really dedicate that time to it. All right. Using Villanos requires more skill to look good, so in a way, more is used to create a good build as you... I mean, I disagree, Con Man. That's just my opinion. I mean, there's no way default could ever achieve what we're doing here. Not in a million lifetimes. I'm sorry. There's just no way. I don't mean to say that as a criticism or as a critical point of view. I mean, in my opinion, it's just it's not, the art is not going to show itself as intricate as Conquest can, or it's just not possible. You got to do so much more. There's no contrasting colors. There's no like. Let me take that back. There is contrasting colors, but you got to do so much more of the depth thing. The thing that you go. There's a completely different building style for default than there is Conquest, because Conquest has a more realistic and a more solid architectural style type of building, whereas when you go to default, you got to be more exaggerated with your styles and more exaggerated with your techniques. You got to use wood framing, you got to use like 3 deep walls and things like that, and with like big arches and wood and cobble together and stuff like that, and it just doesn't work out. And you gotta, like, a lot of people do like mega builds, which is great. That's a great artistic way to go about it. But for me, I consider this to be a far more I don't want to say superior, but I don't really know another word to really explain kind of how I feel, but I feel like this is a quite a bit of a superior type of building here, because you know it's a far more like, it's like you can make neat little tents, you can make a whole little intricate atmosphere using Conquest, something that you feel immersed in, you feel like it's alive almost. But yeah, if you want to go, you can get some really great renders with default for sure. I don't doubt that for a moment. I don't doubt for a moment that you can create some incredible art. But for the style of building that I like to do, default won't do it for me. Shaking my head. Yes, I am. I'm going a little quick, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so let's figure out what else can we do here. I think I'm going to build up some gravel right here, just to give this a little bit more. There we go, a little more solid look there. Huh. And that's fine. I mean, if people have that opinion, that's fine. I'm not going to criticize that opinion at all. And if it feels like a different game, that's great. I love different games. I love playing and building in what makes me feel good and what I enjoy doing. And I enjoy Conquest. It doesn't have to be the default Minecraft to be Minecraft. It's not necessary. I want the tools that will make me enjoy the game. And if the tools require it to not, quote unquote, look like Minecraft, then that's the key right there. Because I will admit, we of the Conquest community, for the most part, are not very happy with Minecraft, Mojang. So, our mission is to create a somewhat new game, an experience that people have not experienced before, a far more intricate and enjoyable building experience. And I think that ConquestReforged is definitely achieving that. This is an incredible tool that we have. We'll move the Conquest reboot. Reboot. Oh, you are a funny lady there, Ithria. A funny, funny lady. Alright, so we need to add a little bit more detail and depth and whatnot into this buttress right here. Kind of just goes flat down. I feel like there needs to be some kind of ivy or moss or something growing out of this thing. So I think what we're going to do is grab some of this moss that we have, wherever that might be. Moss vine. Okay, something like that. Right down the side. I don't know what else needs to be done. I just feel like there needs to be something more here. Something more. Let's put that there. I don't even know what that is. Or it's a log, I know, but I don't know why it's there, but it's there. I just did actually earlier in the stream there, Conman. And we're actually working on finishing up the exterior of the chapel there. Vidarios. We're trying to make it really green. You know, usually, greenery really makes things pop so much nicer, and I'm really liking this right now. I think it really is working out. Make a moss vine waterfall? No. Not making a waterfall in a castle. That, I don't think that would really work out so well. I think we need to maintain a somewhat... I don't know what we need to maintain, but I think we're just going to maintain what we've been doing. But I don't think that a waterfall would really do us here. I do like this though. Like, you can imagine there'd be a lot of like runoff coming down through here. Which reminds me, I need to make like a little place for runoff. How did I do murder holes over here? I didn't do murder holes? What? Thought I did. Huh. Okay, I did not. You can find where he went when this video goes up. Yes. Great idea. Secret shine hidden in the foliage for shortest. That'll be underneath the chapel. Is there a winery and fields for grapes? No, not here, Hypertoxic. Man, chat is rolling. We like great. Okay, we've been doing for an hour and 50, so we still have plenty of time for this replay, so we'll keep going. I do want to add in a little bit of mossy stone or some kind of like just mossy stuff going up the side, but I would like it to be on the lighter side. Where the problem is, maybe we could use this. What? And maybe a little bit of that greener looking stuff there. It doesn't really work out, to be completely honest. And this mossy stone might not work because it's a little too extreme of a texture difference. It kind of just throws us off a little bit. What about a small swamp? There's a small swamp. There's a small swamp here. Oh, not swamp, but small little like wetland type things. And then there's another one over here. But there's really no place for a swamp. There's not like any lowland kind of deals. I mean, this is kind of quote-unquote swampy here. Man, I really got to come through here and fix this. All that dirt changed over to grass. Does anyone have formals? Australian guy? Okay, so let's see what else can we do to make this place pop. Because you guys know the deal, right? Gotta make it pop. Pop, 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 pow. Pop, 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 pow, pop, 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 pop. Okay, let's put you right there. I don't know. Yeah, that's good enough. I think that's all right. That's all right. We just got to finish up the foliation here at the bottom. I think we'll be all right. So next what we need to do is find some more of this aspen leaves and go ahead and just throw that in right there. This right here seems a little bit too odd to have just grass kind of sitting there. So go ahead and throw you right there instead. I think we'll go ahead and do the same thing along here as well. And then we need to add a few plants in here, maybe a reed or two. Something like that looks all right. And then maybe some tall grass sitting here on the side. That's pretty good. I think we could probably hide a little detail here. People were suggesting a secret getaway. And honestly, this right here might be a really good space for a secret getaway. It's really well hidden. Not many people would really kind of consider this spot a place for a getaway, I think. I need to make it more accessible though. But yeah, you come in through here and then it could kind of like tilt in like this. And we could kind of use it like a crypt kind of thing. That looks like a good spot for a secret entrance to the crypts. Yes, exactly. Great. See, two great minds, or I'm not gonna say my mind's great, but you know, two minds. I don't know, something like that. We think alike. We think alike. How's that sound? Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so here, let's just go ahead and grab some of our mossy stone. Put you right there. Go ahead and put that bad boy on top. There is a little bit of a. That's all right. And then when we get inside, we need to start using some normal stone. We're going to get into this later on in the video, or later on in the stream. It's not something that I really want to focus on right now, but this is definitely going to be an entrance to some kind of secret place of sorts. I'll have to figure out a good way to make the whole entrance thing pop. We need some more of that there. There we go. I'm going to start working on the lore with one condition. I'll be able to use it for other projects. Please. I3, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't really matter to me. You can use the lore if you like. You cannot use the lore if you like. You can do whatever you want to do. There we go. So we have that now. I think what I'm going to do is put a graded entrance in front of it. So I think what we're going to do is grab our railings right quick. These right here, I think have, you know, it looks, you know, maybe I'll just keep it closed. What do you guys think about that? Just keep it closed like that. Or no, I'm going to keep it open for adventure purposes so that people can actually get inside and see what it looks like. Or maybe not. Maybe I should keep it closed. Yeah, let's keep it closed because this is obviously has not been used in a long time. Honestly, I think that it should step down. I feel like it's too low to the ground. I feel like it needs to step up like that. And then there needs to be like a little step up here. This is going to have to go up one more. That's going to have to go up one more. Put you down. Bring you up. Go ahead and build you up a tad bit. And same thing with right here. And something like you right there. I think that'll be better because it just overall has a better feel. Like stepping down has a much better feeling than just going straight into some kind of structure or something. So I am definitely a fan of that. Another thing I want to do to add a little bit more of a dynamic kind of deal to this is maybe that. Yeah, that looks good. The floor can actually be something more solid looking. But I don't want... I want something kind of mossy, like maybe just overgrown stone brick might work. Something like that looks pretty nice. Now for inside, we could do that. And then we could go ahead and put a door. Let me grab my railings again. And I'll be getting back to chat here soon. Let me just try to figure this out right quick. And we definitely want that sort of like evil looking door. I don't know how to describe that, but I think that that looks pretty nice. Put that right there. Get out from above. And then on top of you, we can go ahead and put this bad boy. There we go. And then over top of this, that's fine. That's fine. All right, let's get back to chat. Don't we have a stone door? Do we have a stone door? We have a stone door? Really? I did not realize that there was a stone door, but I'm checking. I don't see any stone doors. Am I missing a door? Add a slab above the door. Oh, you're saying add something like this? Makes it a little bit more dynamic looking, I guess. Now we could do... No, I'm not really a huge fan of that. Could do that actually, that's fine. Hey there, crazy guy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Stone brick. Don't got anything there. Don't got anything there. I mean, unless if I'm missing something, which I don't know. You know Skyrim Dark Brother had out to the inside like that. Does anybody have countries made of the UK? Normal slab. Oh, I see what you're saying. Just a normal slab there. I kind of like how that is. It looks pretty good. It's a pretty good little secret entrance, I would say. You don't really got to add too much more than that. We could make it a little bit more bushy back here, I think. For example, let's see if we can grab a hawthorn bush and just like throw that somewhere. Where could we throw that? Kind of iffy up there. Let's actually grab some more of this stuff and just kind of bring that down like so. It would be nice to have a little bit more greenery back here as well. All right, well, thank you very much there, Hypertoxic. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. There's not really any official way to get in or out of here. It's just kind of there for some reason. Haven't really thought that through too much, so, I mean, maybe if you guys come up with a better idea of what we could do or something, I don't know. But for right now, I'm pretty happy with just having it kind of tucked away like that. Nothing too incredibly fancy. Top will give it some color. Yeah, let's add a little bush up here. I think just a little bit of this. No, actually, up here we could use this type of bush. We need you, you, and you. All right, so the way we do this is we put like, blocks like this up. And then maybe we could put another block right there over top. And then we can put a little bit of cypress on top of that. Just like so. That'll add a nice little backdrop, I think. Oh yeah, beautiful. It really helps the area as well. Another thing that we could do is use some moss like this. Let's go ahead and grab our replace tool. And the moss can cover the entranceway like that. It doesn't look totally terrible, I think. It's pretty good. It's better than epic. I need to go to sleep. Doing secret doors and amazing builds. Alright, Emerson. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. I appreciate you coming by. Put some aluminum white. Aluminum white? What do you mean? Yeah, that really works right there. I think that's a pretty proper kind of deal there. Now we could add a few details here. I'm saying things like, you know, maybe a jar. No idea why there'd be a jar here, but you know, a few things just to suggest that there is something going on back here. Maybe like maybe a little piece of hay just kind of sticking about. One thing I would like to put some dirt there, like roots. Let's put some dirt at the base of this tree there. There we go. Another thing is maybe we could add in some dirt like this. There we go. Maybe some bones. Yeah, we could do some bones, I think. Bones is a good idea. Maybe some shrooms as well. Shrooms are definitely one of those things you kind of find in these dilapidated areas back where nobody else comes. Why can't I put that there? Anyway, let's just put that there. That'll do. That'll do. That'll have to do. Well, that'll do, brother. Let's put like a red mushroom there. Whatever that, like, yeah, this mushroom here. There we go. Well, it's not red, but it'll work. Another thing that could really work here is using the mossy logs for this part of the tree. That looks really good. It really transitions a lot better than what we had before. I really should do that for all the trees, but they're not really totally necessary. That was just a reference to Bob Ross. Don't worry about it. Braga made a reference to Bob Ross. Put some aluminum white. Ah, gotcha. I understand now. All right, let's add some bracken around. Give us a little bit more of a flippity floppity thing going on, you know? Can't really do anything down that side. We could put something on the top of this. I'm partial to adding a little bit more of this white thing up here. Something like that. That's pretty good. Not with the bracken though. A little too much, I would say. Type in stone door. It's bugging me that you haven't found it. Stone door. Well, there's lots of stone, but I don't see no stone door. I don't know, who knows? Maybe I will find something in here that I haven't noticed before. I mean, there's lots of trap doors. Nope. I don't see anything, man. An old lamp that's not lit. Well, I do have an unlit candle that we could use. It would kind of make sense to have it kind of like poking out of the wall or something, but let's just put it up there or something. Because there's really nowhere else to put it, I think. There needs to be something right here. You know what? Put that right there. Beautiful. Grab the regular stone and search there. Okay, got regular stone and search there. Stone trapdoor. What if used for a door? Stone trap. There's nothing in here. But I lit an area before the lamp was unlit. A lot of people would get annoyed if you said it wrong. That's all. Okay. Let's see. Not a huge fan of how that turned out right there. So maybe we can go ahead and throw this right here instead. Another thing that I think we should do. We do have rocks that we could technically lose or use. Use and lose. We got these rocks here. Maybe this could be a nice little detail to have back here, like right here. Fortunately, it doesn't end up looking any good. But we could go ahead and grab some of that. Put that up like so. Are there any other areas that we could do this by you now? A regular door with a stone texture. No, it's a regular door with a stone texture. I guess having it grown up in grace. It's a regular door with stone. I mean, I don't see it in the door menu. I mean, I don't know what else to look for. Maybe it's this one. I think maybe I saw it in here. Nope. I don't even know what I'm looking for. Oh, it's cobble, isn't it? No, it's not. I remember seeing a cobble door. I do remember that now, Isaac. I remember there was a cobble door, but I don't know if that's still in anymore. Door. I typed in door, and I'm looking through, and I don't see any. I don't see any stone doors. There's trap doors of everything. Trap door, interesting. But yeah, no stone doors it seems. What am I working on today? We're working on the exterior of the chapel currently, trying to make it fit into the surrounding terrain, which I think we are doing pretty well. And then once we are finished with this, then we're going to be moving on to more interesting things like the interior of the place, trying to make the interior pop. Because we're kind of already finished the main interior of the chapel, but we still got to finish like the crypts underneath and things. So there's a lot of work yet to be done. Killed Lopez, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I'm not gonna look for any more there, Isaac. You'll have to show me when you're able to get on your computer. But yeah, I seem to remember there being a door now that I think about it, but I just can't find it in the menu, so I'd have to do a little more searching and things. You saw it too? Alright, so people are saying they saw the door. I am looking. So here's the painted doors. These are all wooden doors with the painted doors. There's no stone doors there. And there's none down here either. Can I show the interior? Sure, I can show you the interior. There you go, the interior of the chapel. Pretty grand little place, I would say. A nice little chapel. This is where the royalty would worship up here. And then the servants and other nobility would be down here. You don't have any audio. Well, it wouldn't really make sense for me to say anything then, because if you don't have audio, then what can I say? But yeah, I like that down here. Looks great. We'll be finishing that up later on, of course. You guys will have to remind me of that entrance when we actually get down to the crypt, because I might forget about it. Can't have that. No, I won't forget about it. Okay, I need some bracken, some dead bracken. Also some miscellaneous, here's the other dead bracken. We need some miscellaneous details in this field here. What? Oh, I see, this is wild overgrown nettles. I see now. I love this wild overgrown nettles. They have so many variations. Just really great detail block to use. Let's put that up there. Grass can grow on moss. No, okay, but anyways, I'm just putting it there because I think it looks good. Alright. Let's throw that around there. I do feel like this needs a little bit more love in here. Would be a treasury there? No, the treasury is going to be in the Lord's residence somewhere. I gotta come up with a list of things. There needs to be a clothes washer in the basement. There's just a whole bunch of things I need to end up doing. Whole bunch of things. This leads down into the pantry down below, and we've got the cold ice room down here. This is actually a collapsed tunnel that leads into the crypts underneath the chapel over there. This is the cold room right here. Totally forgot about these doors. Up here, we got the buttery, where all of the kegs of beer and things are kept. All elven ruins under here. Still gotta finish it down here. And then this comes right up into the kitchen, where all the things are cooked. And then if we go outside, there is going to be a way to get to the chapel here. Like this hallway is gonna go straight down like this. And then there's gonna be a straight up way here, which is also, like there's gonna be a stair coming up to a, it might come up like this, like come over and then up. And then there's going to be a hallway coming from here. Like you gotta come up this way and then kind of like do a little twisty turny. And then you're gonna come down through here. The entrance is gonna come straight and then kind of down a level down to here. And then there's gonna be like two ways to get into the chapel. One there, one there. And then the way to get up to the Lord's chapel is up here, which will be only accessible from the Lord's level up above. But yeah, the outside is coming along, I would say. I think I'm going to completely finish this little area out here. So we'll remove all of those green blocks for now. I think I need to make that a solid block because I really don't like that. I really don't like that. All right, fir forest floor. I also want the roots. Where's the roots? I think it's the overgrown podzol. That's not it. I want the roots. Old podzol, maybe? No. There's the roots. Mossy dirt. Mossy rock dirt. Oh, I know there is a roof or a root texture. Okay, let's just go grab it real fast. I think it's over here. What is this called? Overgrown podzol. Yeah, that is it. Or was it? I don't even know anymore, guys. I don't even know. Need a little bit more dirt kind of hanging about over here. Something like that. Need to grow that down to the ground. Hey there, Thomas. welcome to the stream. Great to see you. Okay. Now, what can we do down here, do you think, guys? You think that there could be anything here? Because there's a shrine right here. Is there anything that you guys would think would make sense to put in this area here? You started by your PC text as the name. What? Hey, Joha, welcome to the stream. Great to see you. All right, Lava Kalava, thanks so much for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Do you like new RPG aspects of Conquest? There's new RPG aspects? What? A grave. Not a bad idea, I threw. For the entrance to one. I guess what I could do is like you come around back and like make this more of a cliff coming around, something like this. And then this would be kind of a cliff back here. And this could be somewhat of a burial mound. And then you kind of like walk down into like a small little chamber down here where there would be someone buried. I think that's a really great idea. Ithria, you are incredible. Or someone, whoever suggested to do that is incredible. Love you. I love you to bits. But I'm going to make it like really beveled. It's hard to explain what I mean, but just something like this. Something like that. Some kind of like a burial mound kind of deal going on here. The shrine on top. Oh, I really like that. And it's gonna be so hidden. Like, you're only gonna, like, no one's, like, you guys are the only ones that are gonna really know that it's here. Well, I'm gonna be showing it on YouTube too, so I guess everybody will know, but still, same time. Like, it's something that's gonna be so well hidden. Just a little path to get back to it. I'm not gonna make it big in here, but I do like the idea of having a little burial mound kind of type of deal. And then what I would need on the inside is grab some dark mortar stuff. And we're gonna do this. Just gonna keep it a little bit open. So that is going to be what it looks like for the most part, and then we can go ahead and figure this out. This is going to be a pain. I hope that this is going to work out. Oh, it will work out because we have trapdoors, dude. That's awesome. Sweet. Look at that, guys. And then at the cap, we can go ahead and just do stuff like that. That doesn't change anything. That's good. Beautiful. Just something small like that. So great. Sinju, thank you so much for that. Hello, how are you? I appreciate that, Sinju. Really means a lot. Your support is very much appreciated. The Twitch chat. But yes, thank you. I appreciate that. Proper old found them all across Ireland. Quite cool. I like this. I mean, I'm partial to what we're doing right here. There, Conman. I think that this looks pretty good in here. Go ahead and put some capstones right there. I do want to add in some kind of different wall texture. Maybe we could use the hewn stone, maybe. I'm thinking that this actually might be a little bit too of a crazy texture, too much of a crazy texture. I think we're gonna end up using something a little less of a, you know, texture difference. It just, yeah, that doesn't work. We need something a little bit more, maybe older looking, something more solid. I can't quite place it though. I don't want to use these. Zerbium, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Can you write any message if you donate? Yes, you can, Con Man. Use layered rocks. Oh, yes, we do have this. Greywick, whatever that's called. It's a tiled texture though, so we'd have to break it up. Could give that a try. Doesn't always have to be solid stone. I'm still not sure about this though. It's always worth a try though. Let's go ahead and finish the floor right quick. I think I might give the floor a little bit of an interesting flair to it. Something like that looks somewhat tiled. Maybe we could use granite of some sort. Tan sandstone. Monster Drone, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Honestly, I think this texture matches really well with the side, so maybe we could go ahead and just use. It's not dark enough. Use something a little bit darker, something like middle ground, maybe orange sandstone. That's what we were using. Great. Gray roof tiles. What? No. What's the bedrock or mountain type of rock? Dude, I can use that to make it more hollowed out than built up. I really like these arch pieces though. Dark. Oh, red sandstone. Come on. I'm just kind of experimenting with this. That's after all what we do all the time. Experimentation. That's how you end up doing anything that looks any good. You gotta experiment and find what works. Honestly, that looks pretty good as like a pillar type thing. Really colorful in here. It needs to be a little bit more worn. Gravel on the ground, I think. Or maybe not even gravel. Maybe we could do a mix of gravel and other materials. Let's go ahead and grab some gravel right quick. There's the gravel. Let's just use this for now. I will be getting back to chat here soon. Just want to try to get something done before I start getting yelled at in comments again. Alright. Alright, we're starting to get it. Starting to come along. Grave Robbery, have Gollum in the back, chilling. It's just in Taco Boo. I don't see the humans building a grave for Elven Guy here. Read your message. I betrayed the Elven guys and occupied that land before and not allowed him to take it, so the humans built him a crappy grave for it. Sorry, make the grave Elven. Huh. Well, I kind of like this. The ground definitely needs a little bit of a upgrade. I definitely want to add a little bit more going on in here. Okay, so we stop in, go ahead and step down into the thingy. It's kind of a weird little grave here. It's a really weird grave here, but that's what happens, I guess. And I need a door now. Let's find a door right quick. I'm thinking we're just going to use this door right here. That's a typical grave type door, I would say. On top of that, we'll go ahead and use maybe a rune stone. There's no block that I can use to pull that out. No. Well, I don't really want to make the tomb elven. I kind of like this. It's like a really odd style, something different. It's like a really weird looking tomb. Like it's supposed to be a mystery. Like it's a mystery to myself as well. Like I don't even know. Something like that. No. What am I gonna do for the actual tomb itself? I guess we could just do that as placeholders. And then what we could do is use this block here, trapdoor version. And then on top of that, we could use maybe the diorite. It might be too much. Yeah, that's too much. Maybe we could use weathered blue schist. Let's give that a try. Just kind of weird. I kind of like the weird vibe. I'm in the uber hyper elite lore creation team. Like shelf in the wall, like catacombs. Yeah, we could do some kind of shelves or something. Like urns and just things kind of like maybe a chest or two. Some gold. No, I imagine this would probably be a robbed tomb, so we don't really want to throw too much in here. What else could we put in here to really make this place pop? What about a cremation museum holder thing? Cremation mausoleum holder thing? Like the first humans used to burn their dead and stored them in urns inside the barrow. Huh. And we could go ahead and put one of these at the end. And then put an urn back here. Now I'll put the urn over here. The Romans. Like the Romans! Alright, and then the outside, we'll go ahead and take some mossy stone brick. And we're going to use that to get down into the area there. We'll use the same thing up here. And then that'll transform into all of that. We gotta keep this going here. It has to stay mossy. We gotta keep it mossy. So we gotta get some more mossy stones in here. I'm sorry if I'm not seeming very responsive to you guys right now. I'm just kind of like in the zone. I know if I read you guys' chat, you're gonna be like, no, don't do that. Doing my Romans like the Romans that did that. Small vase, maybe add broken pottery, small rubble crap on the floor. Oh yes, rubble is a great idea. But I want bigger. I want big stones. There we go, big stone right there. Pretend like something fell or something like that. I don't know. No, that's a little bit too big. That's good right there though. Little bit. A shrine for Aduna, maybe is signified by the burnout urn. Oh yeah, maybe this could be a shrine for Aduna. But then whose shrine's up above? Alright, and we gotta go ahead and put some of this over there and there. We gotta put a capstone here. So maybe we can go ahead and we'll just grab this one in here. Put that right there. And that kind of signifies a capstone. I don't like how like square that looks. I feel like it needs to be more like rounded somewhat, or just not so like that. Could be a old pagan tomb converted as a rob. Yeah, a little shrine for Xanthos up top, I guess. We have the same urn on top. Yeah, we got an urn there. Like, I don't even know why I use those so much, but they look pretty good, I guess. Hey there, Razor Dawn. What's going on? Oh, yeah, not burning candles. See, what I want to do is put these, but I don't want them to burn. So I think what I gotta do is use... Is there a way for me to just punch it with a button? Is there a way? Huh. Maybe it has to be a lever. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. Okay. I just gotta destroy everything. That is just the way things are. Put you there and you right there. So there we go. We got some candles when we walk in. The Empire is very strict. Put a redstone block behind the wall. Like real life, just left it behind, but still could have. It was a pagan tomb with shrine, but was trashed and converted to a new Imperial shrine tomb. Huh. We do need a few, like we need a amphora in here. Maybe a little pile of gold randomly sitting around. Not gold, silver, just kind of randomly there. I do feel like there needs to be something back here. I'm more along the lines of like a face. When you walk in, you get shot by like some massive cannon or something. I don't know. That's not terrible. Looks a little Indian. Kind of looks Indian, to be honest. And then back behind that can be something. Is there any problems with that? Just trying to come up with a plausible history for it. Yeah. Unlit redstone torch this morning. That was what I meant. They wouldn't allow that. Right. Here's ID for the torches. What else should be in here? Oh yes, spider webs. Great idea. That's what I'm looking for. Maybe some bones as well. Someone randomly got thrown in here. I don't know. Bones. But yeah, a few spider webs. Honestly, spider webs are a little bit too much contrast. Maybe just one, I think. Cobweb panes. Ah, yes, that's a little bit better. That's much better. Okay, that's pretty good. Now another thing that I think would look nice in here is if we found some gravel or maybe some shale. Shale would probably be better. And use this version to kind of look like there's a little bit of you know, looks a little bit more worn, I would say. Looks pretty good. Probably older. A skull. Okay, we can add a skull, I think. In fact, I think we could probably add a skull right here on this urn here. The first thing you see when you come in is a skull. So it's automatically kind of labeled as somewhat evil. Another thing we could do is put skulls out here, but let's not do that. Oh, we do have stone brick we can use here. No, let's keep it like that. In front of this, we definitely have some mossy vines we could use. Definitely something I want to do. And then we definitely have like things of the bush sort that can go around it. So we'll go ahead and just grow some bushes here. because we kind of want it hidden. Like, we don't want there to be any direct view to it. Has to be something you have to explore for. Just kind of hidden back there, not supposed to be found kind of deal. There we go. Crow sitting outside protecting the tomb. I think we can add a crow. I think that would be a good idea. Put the crow right there on... No, it's too centered. We'll add the crow right over there. Okay, that's a pretty good idea. And then on the other, on this over here, or maybe on the inside, we could add some kind of like weapons sitting somewhere. Let's add some swords in here. It's so dark. I know you guys can't see a thing. Let me just figure out where to put these weapons. I'm gonna put the weapons right there. Okay. You guys did not see that, I know, but it's okay, doesn't matter. But then we need, I want to put that, like, the knocker here. I want to put that, like, evil looking thing. Where is it? Help, I'm blind. Remove the door. No, I like the door there. Oh, come on. Where are you? There you are. I want that hawthorn bush too, because it only takes up 1 block, yet at the same time, it uses a lot of space. Makes it real bushy. And so now, like, it's really difficult to see that there's anything there. So, like, literally when you're coming in, you're like, holy cow, there's nothing in here. But then you're like, whoa, there is something. See, that's the cool part about this. It's so overgrown that you really can't see anything. That's exactly what I wanted right there. Just really overgrown. Dovahkiin is the Dragonborn. You should get the painting selection. That would be nice. We definitely need more paintings, though. That's something that I kind of really am looking forward to, is having more paintings eventually. I know there will be eventually. It'll be great. Yeah, as you're walking past here, you're not supposed to see this, so I need to cover this whole side up with that. So it's just a really covered up area. I guess we need to cover that in somewhat. There we go. I'll have to figure out what to do here too. Like, I need to cover all that area up with something. That's a chicken scratching right on the walls. Fosroda! Yep. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go grab myself some lunch real quick. Got a good bit done so far. Finished the outside. I haven't finished the outside. We still got a little bit to do. Gotta finish this side. Once we kind of finish all this area here, up to that tower, I'll be happy, and we'll be moving on to the interior and finishing up some of the crypts and things. So, lots to do. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. You guys get up, go get something to drink, something to eat. I don't know, do something, and I will be right back. Don't go far. I am really sorry about that, guys. One thing after another happened. I had to do stuff. Get the laundry. Put a couple things away. The wife gave me a few tasks before she left. And I just remembered to do them, so. My bad. And I ate lunch, so. Let's get back to building. Never sorry. You might have caught me red-handed. But we are back to building. So let's not dawdle around too much. Let's get back to building. Let me pause this. Okay, so we need to figure out what to do with over here. That is our goal currently. Kier Schaefer, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. I'm surprised you all stayed so long. That was, how long was that break? I don't even know how long that break was. All I know is it was a pretty long break. I did not mean to be away that long. Okay. A hawthorn bush is down there, so we can go ahead and throw a hawthorn up here. We can add a few little bits of dirty grass down the hillside there, I would say. Looks pretty good. Over 3 seconds. What can I put right here, guys? You guys have any suggestions? We got a wheat field over here. We got a shrine over there with some kind of weird thing underneath. But what could be right here? Could it just be trees and bushes? I'll be streaming for maybe another 2 or 3 hours, I say. Probably just another replay segment before I get out of here. I made tea, so what's up with Vilaku? Bushes. Oh, we could add one of our yeah. Let's do this. Let's add another one of our bushy tree things. But seriously, no. Not even worth asking that question because I wouldn't anyways. Alright. So, we are going to make a bush here. A bushy tree. Yeah. Hey there, Lysix. How you doing? Hey there, Uminum, my man. How you doing? Uminum's my man, guys. My main man. My man with a plan. My man, Stan. Something like that. My critique man. Okay. That will work. Alright, Sir Isaac, we'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping by. I hope that we see you again sometime soon. I'm glad that you finally have your laptop back there, Uminum. Any chance we'll be seeing some really neat builds from you here in the near future? Or are you running low on time? That's usually the excuse. Not much time. That's definitely me these days. Not much time. You can build a tiny camp beneath the tree. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, like a little, yeah, good idea. That's a great idea. That's what we will do. Alright, so I need some tall grass. Some of that, some of that. Maybe a little bit of sweet grass, some bracken. That should be enough variety. So we're just gonna add a little bit of that around. Fill the area up. Welcome back there, hamster. How you doing? Do you have a YouTube channel? Uminum definitely should have a YouTube channel. Why don't you have a YouTube channel yet, Uminum? What's up with you? What's up with you, man? What's up with you? I think another thing I'm gonna do is probably add another small tree right here. One of these little guys. There we go. I want recognition for that. For what? And yeah, huge chance I'll be back on the server soon. Just got Total Warhammer 2, seeing a bunch of elven eagles fight moon dragons over lava is just so sick. Oh goodness. Yeah, I actually heard that the Total War, Warhammer Total War is really good. Not that I'm gonna play it or anything, but sounds really neat. Man, that's so well hidden. Oh, I love this. It's great. And we're even gonna add some more of this bush over here. We go ahead and grab some these materials again. And the cypress. Yeah, I just want to add this all over the place. Make it really overgrown, you know? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Nobody would ever think that there would be a crypt back here, or whatever you want to consider this being back in this area. Love it. Love it to bits. Alright, a little bit more of that around. This is a little bit awkward right here. I think we'll just add in a few leaves every so often, I think. There we go. I know more about code than I do about editing. He did a belly dance for... He did a belly dance. Wait. Beneath the tree. He did a belly dance. Okay. Needed wand, ring, surfs, perhaps tiny fire, nice and cozy. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put like a little tiny fire down in here. Little place for someone to do whatever they need to do. But yeah, we're gonna grab a fire right quick. There we go. In fact, maybe we could just use one of these. It's a little pot they run around with. Just a smaller fireplace. What do you guys think about that? Something more small, or should we go for the larger fireplace? Go for that or the smaller one? Not much, hamster. We're still just adding some details around here. You didn't miss much. Not much going on. I just got back from eating lunch. It's quite a long break. Which again, I apologize for. Small. Okay. I think that's what we'll go for. I miss having time for games. I miss it. Games are fun. Building is fun. But sometimes real life catches up with you. And then you're like, dang it. Gotta go to work. And you're like, dang it. Gotta go work out. And then you're like, dang it. Don't have time tonight. And then you're like, dang it. No, it just keeps going on like that. Keeps going on and on and on it goes. Alright, well that's a big thing. Small camp with bedding, but not much. Little fire. Yeah, we'll put a little fire there real quick. Alright, so we got the little fire. We'll go ahead and put a couple places for people to sleep there. This will be one of the nights, I think, but they're gonna be like really poor. I think, you know, just a much poorer type of thing going on here. What kind of weapon would they use though? Maybe a hammer instead, like he runs around with a hammer. No, don't like that idea too much. Maybe an axe. So we'll go ahead and use the axe in the ground. There we go. Yeah, this is a good place to camp actually. It's like underneath there. It's really nice and cozy looking. So I think that this is a great idea for a little campsite down here. Now we want some gravelly dirt. Yeah, maybe some light dirt path. It's too light. Maybe some darker dirt path. Yeah. Now we do want the gravelly dirt in there somewhere. That's it right there. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful. Maybe some clothes hanging from the tree. Yeah, we can do a little bit of clothes hanging. I think that would be a spectacular idea. There we go. Maybe some food, maybe a rabbit. Yeah, let's do a rabbit hanging from the tree. So we'll go ahead and cook a rabbit. I think that lines up, right? Something like that. Bye people. Wait, you're leaving? Oh, gotta go make food. Okay. Did you ever look up the Skeksis? No, I did not. I was actually gonna type you over on, because I didn't remember what you said, Skeksis. I remember after last stream, I was going to look that up, but I didn't remember what you said. I was scrolling up through chat, but chat only goes up so far, so I couldn't see what it was that you were talking about, so I did not see it, but I will check it out tonight. Remember to remind me on remember to remind me, because I would like to check that out. So would you guys turn that into a campfire? Now we got to give them a banner. Which banner are they going to be? I think I'm going to give them this banner. Green and white. There we go. Let's put the green and white banner up there. They're poorer knights, or a poorer knight. What about some leather armor? No. Holy crap. How long have you been building that? For a while there, Fluxa. A matter of months. We're just building on a plot. Noah, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. kind of like it being smaller like that. I wish we had campfire variants. Like, you open it up and you got like several variants of this, like really small ones. Like, it would be the same texture, just different sizes. I think that would be a really cool idea. But yeah, I think we're just going to do a larger campfire like that. Yeah, we can do a little bit of burnt dirt. Let's do that. That's a good idea. There we go. And then we just need a little bit of firewood, I would think. Let's just put a little half slab of firewood back here somewhere like that. And then we need to put all kinds of like foliation around here. So let's just go ahead and fill up our inventory with foliation things. So we need tall grass. We need overgrown. That. Dave, thank you for that follow and welcome to the Red Clan. Great to have you. Welcome to the stream. Now, what else can we put in here? Would wormwood look any good? No, it's way too light. It's like neon. Nah, man. Nah. We can do some cotton grass. Yeah, that's fine. A little bit of sweet grass. Put that back there. You. Just trying to fill this area up reasonably. Have a lot of greenery in there. That there. Okay. A single helmet. I wish I could do helmets. I just can't do that. Valeros, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I'll be streaming probably for another replay segment. This one and probably one more. We'll see. I'm kind of not feeling inspired right now. I am, and then I'm not. I can't quite explain it. So we're just going to keep building until I'm not really feeling it anymore. So right now I'm feeling good. We're doing good, guys. We're doing good. All right, let's put some dead bushes in here. Maybe a little bit of dead bracken. And then also there's that dead bush texture that I really think would go good here. Down there. Put you there. Okay, we're looking good. Let's put the dead bush there, yeah. Change over to the crypts then? No, not right now. I want to finish out here first, and then we'll see about the crypts. I do want to add some rocks here, though. Let's go ahead and see what we got. Let's get some limestone rocks. That's what we need. Yeah, some rocks around really makes a difference, I think. Same thing with over here. We definitely need to put some rocks over in this area. So let's see. Oh, nice big rock right there. Some rocks there, looks nice. Maybe some rocks up here. Oh, beautiful. I love the rocks. They're just such a great detail. It would be nice if you could choose the size of them though, but oh well. How's the bottom of the wall below the chapel looking? It's mostly hidden, but I think it looks good. I think it turned out quite nice. We have a secret entrance here for the crypts, Uminum. So eventually I'll get to that. What's your last YouTube video? Your voice is really... That's awesome, just Dioshimi. That's awesome. I'm glad I can lull you to sleep. Oh gosh. think I would about drive myself nuts listening to my voice. Oh, thank you there, Papel Man. I am glad that you do. We started out making it look really rough, but with a little bit of loving, we finally made something that looks like it will work out. Well, it's gonna have to work out at this point because I'm not destroying it. That thing is gonna stay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking there, Twitch, is a secret way to get out. Definitely not a secret way to get in. Well, I guess it could be used as a secret way to get in, but its intended use is a secret way to get out. I still need to finish this up here. I just realized. And then we gotta use that little bit of detailing over here. Do you guys have any ideas to make these finials look a little bit better? I'm open to suggestions. How to add a dig hole 2 blocks deep, add 2, 3. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. You really want a helmet? Add a helmet right here. Alright, so what we need is an armor stand. We're gonna use a leather cap. He's not an iron helmet. Put you down there. Alright, so it has to be 1 block higher. Okay, and then we need to take gravel. I need some gravel, guys. Some gravel. ¿Dónde está el gravel? Gravel's right there. Look at that. There we go. We got a helmet. Are you happy now? Is there still that odd gap between the chapel roof and the feast hall? Yeah, there is. Any suggestions, Uminum? I still gotta make a fireplace up through there, so I'm thinking that might fix that issue. And we'll have like a little like cove to get through, but there will be a chimney up through here soon, eventually. How do I have an idea too? When are you going? Add under armor stand some layers for some block. Am I able to put layers there? No, I can't. You should put greenery with that chimney in the space. What about a red roof between them? Before we place the armor stand. A roof in between the two buildings. I'm not sure about that. It might be worth a try though, but I'm kind of skeptical about doing that because it seems like it would be a little bit of an oddity to use that place as such. All right, let's go ahead and just add in some greenery around here. Doesn't have to be anything spectacular, just lots of green stuff. So we want it to be overgrown. Lots of overgrown stuff. See, look how overgrown that is. Doesn't that look like old, like it's been there a long time? I kind of like this. No one's ever gonna know that's back there. And they come around and they're like, ooh, what's this? And then they grab a torch, they go inside, and they're like, oh, look at that. There is some weird tomb thing in here. Do a walkthrough of the chapel, please. Well, we haven't really done much interior yet. Oh, I guess we have, but it's not like the whole underground is done or anything, but this is what we got so far. Swag, thank you for that follow. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, this is the interior of the chapel here. Interesting. Yeah, this is the interior of the chapel. Let me grab some different shaders right quick so you guys can see a little more calmly. Looks a little bit more natural with this shader. These banners are just placeholders currently until I figure out a more solid religious banner. Just close the gap maybe, but try the chimney first. Maybe you can have the entrance to the top of the walls be in the gap. But yeah, this is the interior here. I think it turned out pretty swell if you ask me. Come up here. Added a little bit more details up on this floor. So I think that it overall really is starting to turn out. Little altar here for the upper class. Love it. Okay, and then next, this is the outside of the chapel. Really starting to come along with all the foliation and greenery underneath. The outside really is turning up, I guess. Turning good. Is good. All right, Conquest of the Sun. Back to you, so I can build. I would like to get some different vines, because we do a lot of clematis vines, but we don't really have any other vines. But at the same time, I don't really want to. Put an invisible light block somewhere below the hole in the ceiling to light up the room more. Put an invisible light block up here. I just don't like how the light looks. Like it's not natural light. I don't like that. It looks much better, like say if we're in Cocopic. Cocopic has, no, not Cocopic. What was the shader that I really liked that looks great? That one kind of does, shows the sunlight coming through. I think I need to go up one. I don't know, it's kind of weird. Yeah, something like that. Okay. All right, TJL. Well, you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your support. Let's add a little bit of this stuff around. Greenery is good. Good for the soul. The bush. I can run them and add for some reason. I prefer regular lighting. Just saying it shouldn't be so dark in there. Well, again, it's not really for other people that I'm doing this. It's for myself. If other people want to add light there, that's fine by me. One of these days, this will be for download. When I'm finally done it, that's a ways to go though, so y'all don't get your hopes up too much. Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of that when I start working on the corner. I think that's good enough for the exterior of the chapel. Just making sure there's nothing more like miscellaneous through here that I need to do. Is there anything else you guys would suggest to do for this side of the chapel? I'm just going to sit here for a second. Maybe you guys can come up with something that I hadn't come up with earlier. Maybe add some rabbit traps around the camp. I want to make rabbit traps though. Any ideas? Anybody? been drinking me some root beer. I like root beer. Oh, I haven't done this yet. Gotta put a winder there. Crap. Forget it. No winders. A cross, perhaps, or a sphere like the Kremlin stars. How would I do that? Butterflies near the treetops? Oh, yes. Let's put a butterfly or two around here. Maybe a little bit of flies. Maybe a fly down here. Butterfly. Well, there's already a butterfly there, so let's go ahead and put the butterfly, say, over here. There we go. That's looking pretty good. You still got to put a door for that tower. Oh, yes. Got to put a door here. Let's find a door right quick. Be an oak door, I think. There we go. There's that door. No, it's going to be that door. There we are. There we are. Look at that. Come out just fine. And then, of course, there's this door right here. That door right there. So there's 3 doors to this tower. Interesting. Maybe a bird nest. That part that leads onto the chapel's roof, yeah. Candle maker, build the chandelier. No, that's for another day. Man, guys, I'm really running low on inspiration right now. This is really not good. I don't really want to build right now anymore. I don't know why. I don't know why. I need to build. But how do you build when you don't really want to? I don't know. I don't have the answer to this question. There is a chance I'll be streaming tomorrow, by the way, guys. Because I had plans tomorrow, but it might be raining, so those plans might be shot. So I think what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a really short stream today. Or this is a really short stream today. I'm really kind of running low on inspiration right now. We got a little bit done. Just a little bit. Just enough. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to call it a day. Just not really feeling it right now. But we will be back tomorrow, most likely, and we will be continuing Lumiere, and we're gonna go straight into the whatchamacallit, which is the crypts tomorrow. So I will be back. Have a great day. Have a great night, guys. Let me see if there's actually anyone that we can go host. That would be optimal, I think. Is there anyone we can host? Nope, nobody to host. Alrighty. But yeah. Sorry, guys. Have a good night.